Plumbing Business Success Zone, teaching entrepreneurs the business of plumbing. This is Potty Talk Live, recorded live on Facebook every week. Type 5 in the comments to subscribe to the show. And now your host, Richard Behney, the $1 Million Plumber.
Hey, plumbing pros, welcome to the 238th episode of Potty Talk Live, where we're talking the business of plumbing. Hey, we got a great one here for you. I got a question for you, okay? Are you brand-tastic or are you bland-trocious? Okay, I'll get to that. I just came up with that. That came to me right before we went on. All right. Hey, how you doing? Hey, it's great to have you here. Hey, we have a good one. We'll be talking some brand here and talking about your brand. You're not going to want to miss this because this has a lot to do with whether or not you're going to be successful with your plumbing business. Okay? Right. And so we're going to get into it in just a moment here. But hey, it's great having you here. If you know the routine for those that have been around. If you're not, here is the routine. Okay? If you're watching live,
we have a process.
There's a process. Okay, there's a system to everything. All right. If you're watching live, type live in the comments for me, if you would please. If you're watching the replay, because we do replay this both on Facebook and the YouTube. Okay. All right. Type replay. But if you're listening to the podcast, which can be found, on any of your favorite, your podcast platforms, simply, you know what to do. Just keep on listening. That's all you can do. Just keep on listening, okay? Hey, and if you are watching, and if you're watching on Facebook here, hey, you can also watch live on YouTube, okay? And while you're over there, if you are watching on YouTube, hey, if you do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, okay? Hit the subscribe button down here.
And you can get notified, and hit the little bell, and you get notified when we're going live.
Yeah. All right. Okay. And just because you're joining me here, I have a free gift. Okay. And it ain't rice-a-roni. No, it's my $1 Million Plumber Playbook. In it, I share with you all the right moves that you got to make to have successful, self-sustaining, and very profitable plumbing business. It's a 10 video. I should do I can either go like this or like this. Use both my hands. 10 video set. Okay. Simply type free in the comments or go to themilliondollarplumber.com/free. So how you doing? How's everybody?
Great.
Who's joining us here live tonight?
I don't know, but look at Gotham. It was, remember when we...
Oh, what?
I know.
The fog rolled in.
It did. It was so crystal clear about 20 minutes ago.
It was. I mean, we were remarking about how clear. We're just standing here looking out the window. But yeah, I guess the fog moved in.
Fog totally moved
it's all foggy here.
Let's
That's
see,
all right.
GB's in the house.
GB's in the house. How you doing, brother? Good to see you.
Thompson is in the house. Ted. Ted. Oh, there we go. Wasn't working. Ted is in the house.
All right, Ted, looking dapper in his hat.
Look who's in the house.
CF, the plumbing sales coach, is in the house. Hey, saw some pics of you earlier on the slopes skiing.
Yeah, rough life you got there, CF.
Right. It's rough for the plumbing sales coach.
Oh, I reckon.
All right, it's good to see you, man. Works Plumbing's in the house. Hey, they got a great logo brand there. We're going to be talking about that with the logo and just their whole brand. Okay. All right,
Nick Marsala, who's killing it with his out there in Boise.
He's out there
doing
TV.
He's just getting interviewed by
that guy's famous.
Okay, seriously, look at Gotham behind you.
All right.
New York City, what happened?
Is there some kind of warning going on?
I don't know.
Should we be
That's
concerned?
Terrible.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Do you want to go somewhere else?
I know. Yeah, I want to go.
Do you want to go to?
Let's go to Jackson Hole.
All right. I'll see if I can find Jackson Hole.
Skiing here.
All right. Well, give me a second here.
This is the magic of Potty Talk Live.
I'll try to get us over to Jackson Hole.
Okay. Killing it. Works Plumbing's killing it with Rocket. Hey, we're going to be talking some brand. Hey, if you don't mind, let me brag a little bit about the Basingas, all right?
I think we should.
Right.
But we got a comedian in the house. Bo Vella, maybe? Bo Vella, is that #1 and the #2 business?
All right. Good to have you in here.
That's just plumbing humor right there.
Skiing. All right.
Nice. Okay,
good to have you on
here.
Do
a little song and dance. There
okay,
for a second,
we got.
Baby.
You're gonna take us. Are we gonna show a little bit behind the scenes here? You're gonna show a little bit of magic here.
Just kind of sing and dance for a little bit. Let me see if I can.
Hey, but it's great. We're gonna get in there to brand here in just a moment. Stick around. It's very important if you're serious about growing your plumbing business. Your brand is very, very, very important. In fact, let me. We're not having him on today here. We talked to him. I think we communicated with him earlier today. But Dan Antonelli of Kick Charge Creative. Okay, if you're truly serious about really want to update your brand here in 2020. 2020 is your year, okay? All right, and you need to make branding part of that. Simply type brand in the comments, and we can get you connected with Kickcharge Creative, Dan Antonelli and his team.
And Dan Antonelli just checked in. Everybody has to close their eyes because the magic of TV. So everybody out there in TV land, close your eyes and count to 5.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Maybe count to 7.
7, 6, 5, 4.
No, count to 10.
3,
count to 10.
2, 1.
Nope. It's
negative
not
1.
Keep going.
Negative 2.
Hold on. We're almost there.
Negative 3.
Way longer
negative 4. You're taking too long here.
Now we're in Jackson Hole.
We're in Jackson. That
Jackson
quick.
Hole. That's
Jackson
so
Hole.
much better.
Isn't that pretty? Look at that. The trees all lit up.
So
lights all out.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
That was
The
way
magic of TV.
The magic of
Potty Talk
TV.
Live.
We love it.
All
okay,
right.
there we go. So that's better because New York City
That
was
is better when you
just,
see. Oh, what happened there?
What?
Oh, it switched over. Oh, no, that's just getting set up. Okay.
Yeah, you're fine. You're looking at
a
the
little
wrong
delayed
picture.
here.
Yeah, we're
all
good.
right.
So
Jackson
how's everybody
Hole.
like Jackson Hole?
Love Jackson Hole. Isn't that pretty?
Lance, we're just down the street from you. I don't know if Larry Enright's watching, but we're close to him as well.
Okay,
right?
one of his plumbing companies. There we go.
So,
it looks pretty. Look at that. That lights,
so
trees all
pretty.
lit up there. You can't see. Let's see. There we go.
What? Oh yeah,
see the antlers
antler
all
arch?
kind of wrapped up. Arch
That is
like
so pretty.
Antlers. That's pretty. Yeah, we love us some Jackson Hole.
We do.
Okay.
All right.
Teton
So there we
Village,
go.
There we go. All right, brand.
And Dan Antonelli is in the house.
All right. Okay. I guess I better be on here. I better be right because the Dan the brand man is in the house. Okay, and that guy knows his stuff. Again, everything we're talking about here, and if you're really serious about updating your brand, okay, making it a real brand. Yeah, Dan is the man. Okay, Dan Antonelli, a Kickcharge Creative. Simply type brand
in the comments.
Brand in the comments. That we do type brand in the comments.
With his team.
Okay. Hey, he's the best in the biz. Okay, best in the biz. But let's talk about brand. We're going to talk about it. We're not going to go real deep in it, but branding is extremely important. In fact, I can't take it.
What? Okay,
first of all, what I see everyone's brand. And brand's not just like your logo and that kind of stuff, okay?
Correct.
You are a brand, whether you are a brand, okay? Whether you want to
whether you have a
not.
logo or not.
Yeah, whether you have a logo, right, okay? You're either brand-tastic or you're bland-trocious.
Yes. Now, we got the bland thing from Dan.
I got the bland. I got to take the I put the brand to the bland.
Right.
Dan, I stole that from you.
Right.
Okay,
but
I'll give you credit.
Add
it's in the small. I'll put it down in the footnotes or whatever, or the bibliography in the back of the book.
Stolen.
Okay.
From Dan Antonelli.
Dan Antonelli. Okay.
But you added the last one.
I added atrocious. Okay. All right, Dan. I added atrocious. So if you use that, you got to give me credit.
That's
okay?
true.
All right.
I'm
all right.
sure he won't.
He won't. That's all right. The guy's he's on his own level.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay.
So
what do you got, baby?
Well, brand. You are a brand. Okay. And so you started this plumbing business. You have a brand. And here's the thing. Here's the thing about a brand.
Okay.
People do judge a book by its cover. Okay. And brand is everything. Brands, again, it's not just your logo. It's the way you answer the phone. Okay, it's the way you look. It's the way you drive. Okay,
the way you drive.
It's everything about your plumbing business. Okay, and I know this isn't PC in our society, but people do judge a book by its cover.
True.
Okay, and they stereotype. You know the Israeli airports.
Yeah,
they are the safest in the world. Yeah, but most people want to kill. I mean, they're the most being attacked.
Yeah,
I mean, of all the peoples in the world,
Yeah.
The Israelis are the ones under attack the most. Okay,
Hey, Johnny Gibson.
But their airports are the safest because they stereotype.
Right.
All right. If you look, they actually ask questions and that kind of stuff. So if you not only look like, they're not pulling over old Japanese men and little blonde-haired girls and frisking them down. They're pulling aside the guys that look like they're going to blow you up. Historically, who've blown people up.
Okay. I'm trying to see how you're transitioning.
Well, I'm just saying. So it's very human. We stereotype.
Okay.
And I know it's trying to be taken out of us, and we say, "Well, that's not fair. It's not fair. I'm a great plumber.
Wow,
Don't judge me by how I look."
Please stop making that.
And
face.
I got you have these. You got the gauges in your ears, and you're all tatted up, and you're smoking, and you pull up in a piece of crap truck with the antlers on the front,
Chuck Berry,
and that kind of stuff. Okay, all that kind of stuff. All right, people judge a book by its cover, okay?
Okay.
And so in our world,
okay,
Mrs. Jones is judging you, okay? And so when she goes to Google and Google's plumbers in my area, and up pops some names, she's making a decision on whether or not you're going to be able to take care of her.
Right.
Not if you're the cheapest, not if that's not the number one concern with residential plumbing consumers, okay?
Right. Okay?
It's whether or not you can be out here today, whether they think you're capable of being out here today. All right,
yep.
And whether or not you're going to be able to take care of them.
Right.
All right.
Jenny, my spinning buddy, says most times it's the ladies at her home. So if your truck is done up clear, what does that mean? No, I don't think that's what. It's less. Oh yeah, done up. Yeah, it's less scary.
It's less scary.
Yes.
Okay. And so if things look like you're franchised, so on the look side, you're franchised. That's what's great about Kick Charge. I'm proud. I was proud of my one. How I had it done, and I was focused on it and all that. But that level, if you look like you're franchised and you're big, that means you're big. That means you can get out here today. That means you have systems in place, okay? And that sounds secure and safe. That looks safe and secure to Mrs. Jones, okay? Then also when you're answering the phone, what do we hear from one of our clients today?
What?
Where the guys, they heard from one of their customers that finally called them that they're talking to the plumber, they're picking them up and saying, right off the bat, they say, we can't get to you until next week.
Yeah, we're busy.
And even a guy just hung up. So that just hung up on. Are you kidding me? That's what a lot's happening out there in one way or another. Okay, so that branding is important. So, got 3 things for you.
Yes.
Break it down to make it a little easier with the brand thing.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
I am. Sorry, I was reading what Jenny was saying. Sorry, Jenny and I are just having our own little conversation here.
Okay,
go ahead.
Okay, I'm doing a show here.
I'm
Ladies,
sorry.
okay, can you engage? All right, welcome back.
I'm here. Number 1.
That's all right, Jenny. Okay, number 1. It ain't about plumbing. Where have you heard that before?
Honey, I wish you would have said that once or twice before.
I think that's the one thing. I think that's going to be on my tombstone. It ain't about plumbing.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, everyone, I promise you, on your tombstone is not going to be. It ain't about plumbing.
Right?
I promise.
Because it ain't about plumbing. And life ain't about plumbing. But your plumbing, I know this is a hard concept, and the guys that are truly serious about growing their plumbing business or ready to grow a plumbing business will get this. You'll get this concept. The rest of you, you're not ready yet, okay? But if you don't get this concept, it ain't about plumbing. It ain't about plumbing, okay? Your brand ain't about plumbing. It's okay. It says plumbing there, okay? That's a whole, but it ain't about plumbing.
It's not about plumbing.
Okay.
What's it about?
So it's what it's about. Okay. Well, that's what it is. It's what is it about? What makes Mrs. Jones feel good? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
For the residential service customer.
Right. And it ain't about plumbing. Well, what about what it makes Mrs. Jones feel like? Okay. All right.
That's all that matters.
Okay, which leads to number 2. We can get that one some more time.
Already.
Number 2. All right, right. You need to create the right emotion. Your brand must create the right emotion. So not only on what the brand looks like, but the emotion at the phone, like with the guy saying right off the bat. A few people they talk to right away. We're busy. We got this whole emotion.
Leave us alone.
Right. I don't have time for you. I don't have. What you're saying. I don't have time for you. I don't have time for you. I don't have time for you.
Right.
Okay.
What is
and
that
what
about?
did our client? It was said, even though they were packed, they were busy. They were packed for 3 days. The same thing, which was not,
Yeah, that's another story.
That's a whole nother conversation.
That's way too busy. But
what they said was, sure, I can help you with that.
Sure.
Have we done more for you before? And then wind up scheduling them 3 days later.
Right.
Okay.
And the customer's just so happy.
And was happy
to have someone friendly on the phone.
But it was because it was friendly. It created that right kind of motion.
Right.
Okay. So when it comes to now, what guys get stuck on too, when it comes to what's on your truck and your name of your plumbing business, it must first have an emotion. And so a lot of guys get stuck in the thing of calling it like hydronic specialists of America. Plumbing business or something like that. That has no emotion.
No.
Okay, it doesn't care when people are flipping through or seeing your truck drive by. It's like I don't care about that.
And Mrs. Jones, hydraulics. Do I have hydraulics? Is that what that?
Right.
Okay, probably not. So
Right. There's no emotion to that. Okay. Another biggie, and I'm going to step on some toes here, is using your initials. Initials are a death curse. You can't spend enough money to drive that into people's.
Because there's no emotion. There's emotion to you.
Right, you get it. The initials stand for something to you.
Right.
But to the consumer,
No.
When they're seeing things quick and going through, it doesn't. It is hard to remember initials,
right?
Because it doesn't create an emotion,
right?
Okay, you'd be better, to call it, pink fuzzy plumbing. Pink fuzzy bunny plumbing or something. I'm trying to, that would be better.
There's one for you, Dan. You can take that one.
Would you agree with, because there's at least some kind of emotion there. It creates, some positive, or, cute baby plumbing. We all like babies, or,
most of us like babies.
Puppy dog plumbing. And you have a picture of a puppy dog.
Dan, are you writing these down?
Okay, I'm trying to make, I'm using some extremes here so that you drive the point across.
Right.
You've got to create emotion.
Right.
Okay.
Emotion.
You got to, even on the emotional side, guys, you got to be careful. Look, I'm a very patriotic guy.
Yes,
okay.
you are.
So to call it, and I love America, I probably step on it a little bit and maybe offend some of my brothers, in other countries. But I'm proud to be an American, okay?
Dan's writing them down.
Okay, you got it? All right, Dan, you taking notes? Okay, listen up, buddy.
Wait, didn't they just celebrate 25 years, Dan?
Is
that true?
Dan, how long? You guys have been around like forever.
Yeah, I thought I saw that they just celebrated 25 years.
Okay.
That's a long time.
That's a big deal.
That's
a big deal to be in business. Okay, and again, Dan Antonelli and the team of Kick Charge Creative
out of
are just
Jersey,
the tops.
is that right?
There just isn't any better.
They're in Jersey.
Right. And believe me, we've been looking. Dan, I'm trying to break you, man. I'm trying to find. Okay.
Let's see.
No.
Works Plumbing says, "Attaboy."
Attaboy.
That is a great name for a plumbing business.
That is a great name.
I'm just saying, it is a great name.
I love that name.
I do too.
Okay.
All right. Anyway.
But yeah, creating the kind of right kind of emotion. Where was I going?
Mike, is it? Is the name of your business Mike Hamilton Plumbing?
Yeah, using your own name that's a killer. And look, guys, you probably could be doing well. You could be making money. But again, part of this is looking to sell, not only to make Mrs. Jones feel comfortable, okay? And when we use our own name, like, Richard Behney Plumbing, that implies that we're a one-man or a small local shop, okay? Right. Now the idea of being local is a good thing.
Sure.
But to Mrs. Jones, who is looking, can they get out here today? Do they have the ability to get out here today? And are they good? And, those kinds of things. A Roto-Rooter, which now has been branded for years, that means that, those guys know what they're doing.
Right. When
we know that a lot of guys, you know what I'm saying? Okay. It's just like our businesses, they'd have their good and their bad guys. Okay. And that kind of thing. But Mrs. Jones just looks at that as a big company that can take care of her. Okay. Again, they're not worried about cost. So we, price. Now I know they ask you, one of the first questions, how much do you, charge, and hourly, all that kind of stuff, hourly rate. Well, that's another conversation. But that's not their number one concern. Number one concern is with residential plumbing consumers is, will my plumber get out here today?
Right.
And will they show up? That the other side, other part of that, will they even show up?
Because I'm busy.
Right. Okay. They want to get back to their day. So using our names implies that we're small, and that we don't have, we may not be able to take care of them. Okay.
Aspen Mountain
sounds beautiful. I must say. I would agree, Mr. Ball. In fact, that's a great looking brand. I was going to show some just to give some examples. But
Dan didn't do that one.
I know Dan didn't do that one. That's okay. Dan knows that he doesn't. They don't do everything out there. But this is one of the rare ones that actually Dan didn't do that's actually good. Okay, yep. And I think Dan would agree if he saw it. That's pretty well done. Okay, they just happened to hit right on it.
Yep.
But it's a good example. But I wasn't going to pull some of these bad examples. There's a lot of bad stuff out there. There's just. That does look bad, okay? Right. And it may be a reason why you're not getting the amount of calls that you want, okay?
That's true.
But also with the branding thing, look, we're all about here at the $1 Million Plumber, and even with the Success Academy, okay, is setting your business up. A business must be set up to sell, okay? You may not want to sell it, okay? But a business needs to be set up to sell. And with the big real money looking to buy your business, and I'm not talking about a little competitor looking to buy your book or whatever and pay
buy your customers.
Buy your customers, right. And there's nothing there. They don't do that. Real money is buying, looking at two things, okay? do you have a marketable, recognized brand in the marketplace?
Attaboy.
Okay, that looks like it's franchised. It looks like it's big. It has meaning there, emotion. These kinds of things we're talking about. All right, and then do you have systems in place? They don't want to run it. They just want to throw more money at it and pay someone to run it. Okay,
and nobody's going to buy Richard Behney Plumbing.
No one's going to buy Richard Behney Plumbing. Okay, it isn't going to happen. Okay, no one's going to buy ABC Plumbing. Okay,
hey, it was Mike Hamilton who needs to change his name. Mike, I don't know where you're at, but Attaboy's a great name. Attaboy Plumbing, as long as you're not in Indiana.
All right, so must create emotion.
It's not Attababy, Patrick.
And as I was saying, we got a little off course. The whole idea. A lot of us are patriotic and that kind of a thing.
Oh, sorry, yes.
And so the patriotic themes is not a positive. Doesn't necessarily create the right emotion. People have different. That brings political ideas into view. Okay, and people have different political opinions, or they just don't want to deal with the political opinions.
Right.
Okay. So calling yourself, gung ho plumbing or America plumbing and everything red, white, and blue and all that kind of stuff, that doesn't necessarily send a positive, create a positive emotion.
I wonder if Dan would say that red, white, and blue is the color used most often when he comes across. Making changes to people's brands. So
another thing is our faith-based names. Which we're all about. If you probably pick up on it, the lovely Laura and I are very strong believers in Jesus Christ, and we hope you are too. And we really believe that's one reason why we've been very successful. Okay,
but we didn't have that.
But we didn't have the ichthus, the fish, and all that stuff all over our trucks, and we didn't call it, baby Jesus Plumbing. Okay, whatever. Okay.
Well, Jenny is now changing the name of their business to
Pink Bunny
Plumbing, coming real soon.
All right, Jenny. Listen, I think it'll work.
Oh yeah,
I think it'll work.
Dan, can you see that one?
Okay.
Come on.
The big old pink bunny. Here comes the pink bunny.
Yep. And then Dan says, yes, definitely. Just hard to own those colors, the red, white, and blue. Right. Which that's what Kick Charge does so well. They just come up with such interesting.
That's what I love what they're able to do. These color At first, you're kind of like, oh, I never thought about that. But then you own that. You own that, just as Dan said. You want to own those colors. And what happens is you own those colors in the mind of the consumers. They can pick that up, right? When you see brown trucks, what do you think of? When you see brown trucks, what do you think of?
UPS.
Right.
But now I think of Aspen Mountain Plumbing. But Dan says we'd kill the bunny.
We'd kill the bunny.
I'm not exactly sure what he means by that.
Kill the bunny.
I don't know what he means by that,
We'd kill
actually.
The bunny. All right, yeah, would you kill the bunny or you would kill it?
See, that's what makes it good in advertising. It's dual meanings.
Right.
So,
okay.
Good one, Dan.
But so even the faith-based things, and I get it. You're a believer, and certainly it may attract some people, but it may put some other people off. Okay. Yep. So those kinds of things aren't good, and certainly not for selling the business. Other businesses don't want to buy, those kinds of. Those kinds of things and get involved in that kind of stuff, okay? Nothing wrong with you being patriotic or having a faith, okay?
Of course.
Oh,
he's saying he'd kill it with the bunny.
He'd kill it with the bunny. I bet, Hey, it ain't about plumbing. It would catch, imagine, Dan, can you picture that on the trucks, some big pink bunny? On the truck, it would catch everyone's attention. People would remember, hey, that's the Pink Bunny Plumbers.
If someone names their company Pink
Bunny.
What is it? Pink Bunny.
All
we
right.
need a cut of that. I'm just saying. That was your marketing genius.
Okay. Hey, I'm just saying. Okay. Must create the right emotion. So read about plumbing. Okay. Must create the right emotion. Pink bunnies. Everyone likes pink bunnies.
Who doesn't love a
right. Who doesn't love a pink bunny? Okay.
Oh yeah, we can. Dan, Nick Marcel is right.
Right.
Energizer.
Just like that.
Yeah. I probably couldn't do that.
You can't do that. Right.
Yeah. So all right.
But it's all that kind of stuff. Okay.
Cool,
all right.
Nick.
Well, what do we have?
Yes.
Like like who they're looking to do Red Seal, like Red Seal.
Ooh, Red Seal out of Vancouver.
Vancouver, one of our clients, Dan, which we look to hook up with you in 2020 here. They've been working on some other stuff, going through the flat rate taskmaster, doing their flat rate, price book and all that, which is very big. It's a lot. That's a pretty big thing to get through. But Red Seal, which up there has a dual. See, that's what the name. It has a meaning. When in Vancouver, know that you're a good tradesman. You got the Red Seal.
Right.
You get that from the, so it means something to that community.
Yeah.
So that it plays on that, and then that's also they're very conscious, environmental conscious, and seals, and so they're looking to have like a Red Seal.
I think would be
which
great.
plays on both of what means something as far as being a professional trade,
right?
But then Red Seal,
some cute Red
and
Seal.
So that would really that's what with Aspen Mountain Plumbing, which is where there's a mountain right there in their community. Aspen Mountain means something.
Yep.
And so it's a shape of, they even have the aspen leaf, but they also took the colors of the Wyoming
University of
Wyoming football, the school colors, which is big. Wyoming doesn't have a professional sports team, so the University of Wyoming is the big thing for everybody. Everyone watches, University of Wyoming sports, which are brown and yellow.
Brown, yeah.
And there's no other plumbing company in town in brown and yellow. Most everyone's probably red, white, and blue, right?
Yep.
That kind of stuff. And so now their trucks, they just stand out.
Yep.
And it has the meaning with Aspen Mountain. Aspen Mountain Plumbing means something. Aspen Mountain means something. I mean, that's the kind of stuff you got to think of, guys. Right. Okay. And so, I've been RB Plumbing, for 5 years, and I'll lose customers. No, you won't.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
No, you won't. You'll gain.
Dan, speak to that if you would.
Okay.
We should, yeah.
All right.
It would be good if you were on, Dan, and you could actually speak to that.
Right.
But
well, I think
Dan,
he's spending time as he should with his son. I think at a ball, watching his son play basketball or something.
Yeah. So that's good.
Right.
But yes, that's a thing. I'm sure Dan deals with that when he meets with clients. Some that he encourages, you got to change your name. You got to change your name.
So this is this whole branding thing is very, very important for you to be have a successful profitable plumbing business. Okay, it's all part of it. Well, so much that Wyoming people see it in Jamaica.
That's right. That's when Lance and Kelly were in Jamaica with us. They had on some University of Wyoming.
That's right.
Colors, right? And someone there in Jamaica from Wyoming spotted it.
Right. Now that has nothing to do with plumbing.
Right.
But what it has everything to do with getting in the head of the consumers who are deciding which plumbing companies they're going to use with all the other plumbing companies that are out there.
Right.
And they're just making decisions on, well, I like that. I like that company.
Right.
Well, I like that company because they're brown and yellow and it's Aspen Mountain.
And it's my brown and yellow. I love University of Wyoming. That makes me feel comfortable.
Right.
So
I like them. They're pink bunnies. They got to be nice guys. If they like pink bunnies.
If they like pink bunnies.
Okay.
It's
that simple, guys. Okay. I bet but when we started our plumbing businesses, we wanted to call it, we're proud, and I get it. We're proud, hey, I'm a master plumber. I put my name on everything. I'll take care of you. Richard Behney Plumbing. Okay.
Richard Behney.
But what you do, okay? Or I've had them where guys have taken the initials behind. What are you?
Richard Behney.
Are you jacking me around?
No, I'm just saying that how people would mess up your name, right? Okay. It'd be Behney.
Behney.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
Okay. Or and that's a great. Well, that's going to lead into our next example here.
Okay.
But again, the whole initials things. Okay. Or being cute. The emotion, the wrong emotion. I had one client that they called the name of the company was. Freaking good, real freaking good plumbing, and it wasn't freaking.
Right. Yeah.
Actually said, that's and
the side of their
and so they couldn't grasp the concept that wasn't good.
Right.
So I dropped them. Okay, or just we went our separate ways. Okay, because it's not serious, about the trade. Okay, about being successful. So being cutesy and that kind of stuff, just doesn't work. It means something to us as plumbers, and we get it. Okay, all right. But again, the example of the name, if it's something that they have to look at and kind of figure out, they shut down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't
Pink bunny.
them.
I understand what a pink bunny is.
TK.
Okay. But I don't understand what a Richard Behney.
Right.
How do you say that name? Forget it.
Forget it. I'm out.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Which leads to our number 3 point.
Yes.
Okay. Which is all right. It must be intuitive. Okay. All right, your brand, in this case, and how things look and reads, okay, it must be intuitive, which the bottom line, easy for your customer to understand. Okay,
Right.
So especially, so think about
you don't have to explain it.
Right, you don't have to. Right, the customer doesn't have to figure anything out.
Right.
Okay, an example of that, and Dan we see this, and with guys, we do it. Okay, right. How many of you are putting everything you do on the side of your truck? You do water heaters, you do water softeners, you do faucets, you do toilets, all right, you clean gutters, all right, you wash cats. Everything that you do, okay, you put on.
It's all junked up.
Right, it's all junk. They can't, they can't. I don't know what they do.
Right.
Even though it may say plumbing in there, but maybe they don't do my plumbing, okay?
Right.
It's right. It must be easy, intuitive, okay? All right, to be able to read and understand. A good test for this is if you can take your brand, okay, or your logo, okay, and put it on a sheet of paper like this, all right, and stand 10 feet away, from someone, okay, preferably someone who's not really totally aware of what you're doing, okay, and if you can flash it up there, 1001, and then pull it down, and if they could tell you what they saw and what it is. Okay, if they can't, and what it means, then you don't have a good brand. Okay, that's a good test right there, and many would fail that test. You do that test. Okay,
yeah, that's true.
Right.
Unfortunately.
So must be intuitive. So there you go. It ain't about plumbing.
It ain't about plumbing.
Must have the right emotion. Okay, must create the right emotion. And must be intuitive.
Intuitive.
So do that as we're getting ready. We're getting ready.
We spelled intuitive wrong, actually. Okay, let's
take
that down. Well, I'm going to just have to.
Well, you did it right before. I just threw these. You did a good job here, sweetheart. Right before we came on here, I threw these at you.
It was right.
And you put that stuff in.
Okay.
Good job.
Oh.
Just for getting it up there.
Thanks, sweetie.
Very good. All right. Okay. Hey, but as we're getting ready to go into the new year here, you're looking at 2020, and you're truly wanting to be successful. Okay. One of these things, take a look at your brand.
Nick Marsala saying he may have to rebrand.
We were going to talk about that, brother. I just didn't want to bring.
We're throwing enough at you, Nick.
I tell you what. Let me throw my brother Nick. Nick's doing a great job as far as, remember, branding's everything.
Yep.
Okay.
Nick's one of our private coaches.
So it's how you approach the community. And how you receive the community, and how you take care of your customers, and how do you serve your customers, how you answer the phone, how you drive. All those things matter in the fun. And Nick brother, you are doing a great job.
Killer.
Okay, you're built. But on the branding side, and here it's just we all did it when we first start. We use initials and that kind of stuff, and the initials that mean something to us. But that's the next level, to take the game to the next level. And we're gonna put you in touch with Mr. Antonelli. And
2020
in 2020, because you get a brand that you look like you're franchised, like a big company, where even if one truck. Well, I tell you, when you're branded right, and you only have one truck, you'll have customers saying that we see you everywhere.
We see you everywhere.
Because in their minds they are.
Yeah.
Okay. But when you're not branded correctly and you're out there driving around, you're just everyone's minds are like saying, "Forget about that. Forget about that. Forget about that."
Yep. And Nick, if you rebrand and do the
things that you're doing,
forget about
you're gonna own that community.
Forget about it.
And it is that simple. Okay.
Okay. Mike Hamilton saying, let's all rebrand to Works Plumbing in our own areas. I think Patrick Basinga may have an issue with that, even though it is a great name. Let's see. Bobby Padilla, hopefully I'm saying that right. Hello from Instant Plumbing Repairs and Insurance Preferred Restoration. That's a long name, Bobby, but welcome.
We welcome you.
Instant Plumbing.
Yep.
That's a good name. Instant.
Fast. Well, you could still.
What do you think?
Right. It all depends on how things are looking. And again, you got to think of how your customers. That may mean something to you. Okay.
So one thing to do, which we've done a few times when Dan's been on the show, is to go out to kickchargecreative.com, I believe is the link. But he's got a before and after portfolio section, which is just killer. It's amazing, the difference and because sometimes you can't envision it of what your brand could look like until you see what others have done.
And it comes down to, we hear a lot, people will complain about, a lot of guys complain about that they just can't get enough calls. And marketing, spending this money on marketing and, and Google and all that kind of stuff, and they just aren't getting the calls. Well, if you're doing the right stuff, but why, why would someone choose you?
Okay, now here's a good one. Sorry, I'm looking at all the comments. Big D, Dana Busby. We're trying over here in the great country of Texas. Now, see, Busby Plumbing, that's not bad, because if only, Dana, if only you would change it to a B or something, right?
Busby,
right? Because that's perfect. Him and Charlie B's, I've been saying for 100 years. You guys have to change your logo to a B.
The names don't. It's not sellable.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, ultimately, because guys can look at it. Okay, you got your plumbing business. What do you look to do with your plumbing business down the road? We're not thinking about it, or we're thinking, well, I'm going to sell it. Well, why is anyone going to buy Richard Behney Plumbing? No one's going to buy, and they're not going to buy when you say, "Well, I got all the customers." No, they don't buy the customer list. They don't want to get the customer. I can come to your town and I can take customers. Okay.
Yep.
Again, it comes down to a marketable brand. All right, and then systems.
Got it. Okay. Bobby says they're separate companies, same owner. Okay, that's good. So it's not that long of a name.
Yeah.
Okay. Yay. And Dan Antonelli is saying Texas is tough. Lots of red and blue.
Right.
Which, let's take a look at Dana's again with Busby. What color is that?
Red and blue. Which is, we all thought, that's a trap. So what happens, that just blends in. Because other things are red and blue. Red, white, and blue.
Bland,
and it fades.
Charlie B's is now watching. Charlie, we just talked about you.
Right. The name, you need that B. Bees. Yellow and black, or yellow.
Man,
have Dan.
Charlie,
you need Dan Antonelli kick charge. Okay.
Really, really do.
Because ultimately, you want to be able to sell your plumbing business. And again, the big money doesn't buy names. I mean, it just doesn't. It doesn't buy your name. It just doesn't work that way.
Works Plumbing is saying orange is the new red.
Orange is the new red. Oh, you got to know Patrick Basinga. Look at that. Love that guy.
You're killing me. Okay, so here's Chris. Hi, Chris. Blackburn, Chris Nubby. Blackbird Plumbing, your local, friendly, one-handed plumber. So does that mean you just have one hand? I'm going to assume.
Right. And the customers and the customers don't care. I mean,
but that is impressive if you're a plumber.
I'm impressed, brother. You're plumbing with one hand. Okay.
That is impressive.
And I don't mean to tear that down, but we're talking. This is business, okay? And business is hard. I mean, it's real, okay? And Mrs. Jones, guys, we love plumbing, right? We're all about plumbing. I'm proud to be in plumbing, but no one wakes up in the morning and wants to call a plumber. All right, they don't care how good you are. They expect you to be good.
Right.
Okay. That's the expectation. Okay. And so to get into where I'm better, and we have better guys, and it doesn't matter. Okay.
Are you going to show up when you say you're going to show up?
Are you going to show up when you say right?
Take care of it the first time.
Do you have enough? Can you show up when you say that kind of a thing? And then will you be here to take care of me? And so your brand, they're judging you by how things look. And so when they go through here, and it's Richard Behney Plumbing, and it's Roto-Rooter, and Ben Franklin, and some other
red,
big
white, and blue,
right. And I'm not standing out, and I look small, and the chances, it just that's how it works.
It's true.
Okay.
It's true.
That's that simple, guys.
That's simple. Well, that was good. And
there we go.
Yeah. How do we do, Dan? Without you on here.
All right.
Next time, maybe. Yeah, we'll get Dan on in January, and we'll do some more before and after. And I'm sure he's working on some of it.
Hey, the branding's a big deal
for us.
We talk about the Success Academy, and honestly, in branding, in the Success Academy, we don't talk about branding till later on.
Right.
We hit some other things, but branding is like one of the big things you should have in place. But it's just one of those things that it's hard for us to think. It's kind of an investment, and also we got to get over it. Nick, brother, you're a great example. Nick's still watching here, and I thank you for being so transparent and considering that. That's one of the first things I thought of was we're going to work on your name, but we need to work on some other things first,
right?
To get you in the mindset to be, get some other systems in place.
What's great about Nick is so coachable. Right. When you make a suggestion to him, boy, he just goes in head first.
Those are the guys that are just are succeeding.
Right.
And that's a key to to being successful and keep raising the level is being coachable.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Dan
Dan says when he was in Texas, he couldn't believe how everything was red, white, and blue.
Right.
They are proud Texans there.
Right. And so the chances of standing out, when you're red, white, and blue, it blends in with everything. It just says you like it. And so you get compared to, so this other company is red, white, and blue is not very good, or they had a bad experience for whatever reason. Even though it's a different company, you're now compared. It's so easy to compare you with the other company.
Blend into everything.
Right.
Nick says, what about websites when you rebrand? Yeah, you got to get that redone as well.
Yep. And it's all part of it, guys. And it's just all that you don't do it because it may be a little, first of all, it's a little bit of an investment, which pays huge dividends.
Right,
okay, the brand makes a big deal. You'd be surprised how much people will be calling when you got a brand that looks like you're a real company.
A real big company. Works Plumbing can attest to that. So can Aspen Mountain.
the guys that you'll attract. Okay,
That's another good one.
Who wants to work for Richard Behney Plumbing? No one. I mean, you whatever.
I would, honey.
Right, I know.
I would work for Richard Behney.
No one, or AB Plumbing. No one wants to work for AB Plumbing. Okay.
For what plumbing?
AB Plumbing.
AB.
Or AJ or
AJ.
You
You don't think so?
Nope. Okay.
Thanks, Nick Marsala.
Thank you, Nick.
We love working with our clients, especially the ones that are totally coachable. So,
right. Okay.
Yeah, I love it. Carmen just said, hard to create a brand. Carmen, what's the name of your plumbing company? I can't recall. What is the name of Carmen? And Carmen just started. His plumbing company is fairly new.
Right.
So yeah, it's a difficult thing to do, but you start from the very beginning, right?
Yep.
From the very beginning.
Yep.
Surely it's not La Casa Plumbing, is it? I don't think it is.
If it is, we're going to work on that. I'm proud. I'm sure proud to be a La Casa. La Casa. I mean, it
is.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, Carmen. That'll be coming. He's just starting the Success Academy, so we don't want to overwhelm him yet.
Right.
So just keep going the direction you're going, but just be prepared, Carmen.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
So there you have it.
There you
All
go.
right. Hey. So La Casa Plumbing.
Yeah. I think he's saying so. It's La Casa Plumbing. Okay. Yep. We're going to have to change it, Carmen.
Right.
Oh, that's right, Dan. Dan is so good.
What?
Dan says, my book would help. He does have a book.
Okay.
My book would help. Dan, if you have a link somewhere, I'm sure it's probably on Amazon or something, right? Feel free to stick it in the comments.
Hey, Dan, put that in the comments and we put it up there in the comments.
Yeah, because he's got a great book. He's also been on Potty Talk Live a couple of times, which all of our past episodes are on YouTube, and Dan gives great information. He's also part of the Success Academy as well. Did a great interview and in-depth training on branding.
Carmen, I know this sounds weird, or it may not make sense, or maybe unbelievable, but your brand will have more to do with your success than whether or not you're a good plumber.
It's true.
Okay, I know that. I know those are fighting words with the plumbers, and I get it. Well, I'm a good plumber. Plumbing's important. You all got to be licensed and all that. Okay, I get it. Okay, that's within our group. Okay, but with the consumers, they expect us already to be good. All right, and a brand will have more to do with your opportunity to first to even get the calls, okay, and your opportunities, okay, and a good brand with how you look, which also part of your brand again, as we said, is how you answer the phone and work with the customer and provide options and display options and all that kind of stuff. That's all part of the brand, okay, can overcome the worst of guys, okay.
That's true.
That's why we're working with it in the academy here with getting you systemized. Because you can take an average guy, an average plumber, and systemize it and have a system that he works in, and you'll do very well.
Yep.
He'll do very well, and you'll do very well.
Hey, Dan said the name of his book is Building a Big Small Business Brand.
Okay, that's a good way to put it. Good.
Yep.
Building a big, so you look big, but you're a small business.
Yep.
Okay, that's the kind of. Right.
TK, Kennedy Plumbing. It's got to go.
Is it Kennedy Plumbing?
TK.
And it's red, white, right. I get it. Hey, and I like, like probably that, your house and that kind of stuff. See, that all makes sense, right? But again, it comes down, it doesn't create emotion, okay? And, Kennedy Plumbing, what's, if I will think of anything, it may be,
The Kennedys.
the Kennedy, the Kennedys or that kind of, but it's it's a name, okay?
Yeah.
And ultimately, if you want to looking to set your business up to sell, whether you want to just,
whether you want to or not, right?
It's they're not going to buy that.
Charlie B saying, hit on before they grow too much. We consider it still often at 7 trucks now. The change doesn't get any easier. Do it ASAP.
Right.
But Charlie would still do it.
And still do it, Charlie,
Plumbing.
brother. It doesn't. You won't lose customers. You already have.
Yep.
And in fact, you'll gain customers. It's more in our heads, in our fear. But it'd be worth the investment, brother.
Plus, it just would be so cool.
With bees, you could keep the name.
Yeah, with bees, you could.
But I would play off the bees, and whether you like it or not, you think it doesn't matter.
I'm Mrs. Jones, and I would love it. And how many times does Charlie Bees get his last name pronounced wrong? Biz. I'll bet it's Bia. What does he get?
Yeah.
But if you have a B on there.
And it just makes sense. It helps them remember bees. But when they see it, though, the logo, the bee thing will stand out.
Right.
And I imagine, Dan, you could create some kind of cool bee, that's, looking like he's ready there to, take care of you. Right. Not looking mean, but friendly.
Friendly
and
bees.
Be,
Just like a big pink bunny.
Right. Okay. and guys, I know that sounds silly. We could be a bunch of guys talking about this kind of stuff. And it is silly, but it's so real. It's how it works.
It matters. And it's an investment, guys. You have to think about that. It's not something that, Dan has said this a few times, you don't just want to rush out to Fiverr or Upworks or something and have someone design something. You just don't want to do that. Invest in it.
Okay,
Invest in
it's
your
not
logo
that big
big
of an investment.
Right.
I would say before you'd buy, before you would buy a camera, a sewer camera, I would say get charge involved and do that. It'll pay way more dividends than a camera will.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
I know that's hard to believe, but that's
it's so
I'm
true.
just talking. I'm just telling you like it is. Okay. And so
we know this stuff.
So take it or leave it, I guess. Okay. No. So are you brand-tastic? So honestly, take this time. You're going into 2020. Make 2020 your year.
Yeah.
Okay. So take an honest look at these kinds of things. Also, to help make 2020 your year.
Yes.
All right. We go over these kinds of things in the Plumbing Business Success Academy.
Yes, we
okay.
do.
Brand's a big part of it, but also how to create your right hourly rate and know how you do that so that you own it. To create your own flat rate price book. Okay, and of course the marketing, all this Google marketing, Facebook marketing, how, what, who, where, wow, all that, everything's in there, and it's all laid out in easy, bite-sized modules. Okay, all teaching the business of plumbing. And right now, okay, you can check it out for free, test drive it. You got nothing to lose. There's no risk. Okay, I'm not looking to get you. I don't need to get you. Okay, but if you're serious about growing your plumbing business, make 2020 your year. All right, free 14-day trial. Simply type success in the comments. Okay, or go to themilliondollarplumber.com/success.
And get your branding on.
Get brand-tastic. Hey, it sounds like it's about time to flush this episode of Potty Talk Live. But as always, before I let you go, I want to remind you that you were purposely and wonderfully created, and you were created to do great things and to be brand-tastic. Plumb like a champion.
Thank you for tuning into Potty Talk Live with Richard Behney, the $1 Million Plumber. If you enjoyed this show, share it now. To catch past episodes and get alerts for new episodes, type 5 in the comment section now.
Just do it.
And join us again for more tips, techniques, and strategies to help you grow your plumbing business.